Hi, this is Tim McGaffin.
And I'm Cheri McGaffin.
And this is Timmy John McGaffin III.
And I'm Cheri McGaffin, and this is Clarissa.
We wanted to share with you our testimony about living water, which goes by many different names. I like to call it the water of champions, but the name it goes by in scientific research and in scientific studies is electrolyzed reduced water. And when you look up these studies, it will prove that this water is antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, super hydrating, and it detoxifies you. It cleans out the toxins out of your cells. And I have a book here called You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty by Dr. Batman. And on page 22 of this book, there's a section entitled My Ongoing Battle Against the Medical Establishment. Because Dr. Batman, he documents with data backing him up that almost all disease, if not all disease, at the root cause is caused by chronic dehydration. And he details how the medical establishment and the media, they go out of their way to try to distract people from knowing the importance of drinking good water, or try to hide the truth about the importance of drinking good water. And so as me and Cheri share our testimony here, we're doing so because we are not going to be scared or intimidated to not speak up and share what we know is true. So we want to share our experience of what we have noticed or what we have experienced with electrolyzed reduced water. So Cheri, we found out about this water when you were 8 months pregnant with Timmy here.
Yep.
We saw a demonstration, a video online that showed the properties of the water, and we got the water, we started drinking it when you were about 8 months pregnant. And what happened, or what was your experience at that time?
Well, I was having high blood pressure, and usually with my previous pregnancies, when I have high blood pressure in my pregnancy, it won't go down until I deliver. And just 2 weeks after starting this water, my blood pressure completely normalized. I was sleeping better, and I was, like Tim said, 8 months pregnant. So that was a huge blessing. I didn't have acid reflux and like I did before. That was really reduced to almost nothing. I stopped having the migraine headaches like I had, and I was not experiencing thyroid problems. I had been diagnosed with hyper and hypothyroid problems, and those normalized and haven't been a problem for me. One of the things with that is I was always having really cold hands and feet. And just a few weeks after starting it, Tim noticed that my hands and feet were no longer cold. So that was a huge blessing. So, yeah.
You said how it helped you breathe better. Did you say that, Cheri?
Oh, yeah. So when you're pregnant, it can be hard to breathe good. And so I was breathing so much better. So that was a...
And you're able to sleep better? Did you mention that?
Yeah, I did.
And your pH, during the time you were pregnant, your pH was acidic, on the acidic side when we went to the checkups with your midwife. And
right.
I was doing all this juicing with fruits and vegetables, drinking carrot, spinach, apple juice, things like that. And your pH was not improving. And the first checkup we had after drinking this water, what did you notice with your pH? Or what was your pH?
It was normal. It was in the normal range.
It was between 7 and 7.5.
7.5, yeah.
So it was right at the perfect pH, because this water, when you drink it, balances you out. You cannot get too high up on the pH scale or too low on the pH scale. It balances you out, the right balanced pH. And so we noticed that.
Yeah.
Your pH was balanced, and it always stayed the same. All throughout your pregnancy with Clarissa, your pH was balanced out.
It was. And with my other pregnancies, I was definitely a lot more nauseous, and I definitely wasn't as nauseous with Clarissa, which was a huge blessing.
And the last month with Timmy, your nausea went away
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
And you notice a difference in your hydration, how you felt better hydrated.
Oh yeah, I just felt so much better. It was night and day difference. Yeah.
And you said how your migraine headaches went away. And then your energy.
Oh yeah, I had a lot more energy.
And then your after-birth pains, Cheri, after Timmy and after Clarissa, how were they compared to your previous
my
4
previous-
pregnancies? This is your 5th pregnancy and your 6th pregnancy.
Right. My first 4 pregnancies after birth pains were just progressively getting worse. And with Timmy and Clarissa, I just had after birth pains for like 1 day, and that was it. And they were not as intense, and so.
And you said before it was about up to 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And you've noticed a difference that the number of times that you get sick now is greatly reduced.
Yeah, I used to just get everything that came along, and I was always sick, especially during the winter. And now I hardly get sick, and if I do, it's definitely more mild and not as long a duration. So.
And then Emily, she's special needs, and she was diagnosed with dyspraxia.
Yes.
And we notice a difference in her when she's our special needs daughter. When she's drinking the water, we notice a big difference in how she acts than when she's hasn't drank enough of this water. And also her eczema. Some people say eczema, so I don't really know what the correct pronunciation is. I always hear people say eczema or eczema, but the eczema on her skin, she used to get really bad, and
Especially in the winter, yeah.
and how you tried so many different things before to try to get rid of it, right?
Even prescription steroid creams and all kinds of things.
Steroid cream, oatmeal, and then nothing worked.
No.
But then after drinking this water, Emily's eczema went away and has never come back, and it's been years now.
Yeah.
Okay, Timmy. Okay, and then with Timmy, I need to talk now. And then with me, I've noticed a big difference in how I feel. I feel like I'm at my peak. I feel at my best. I do notice a big difference in hydration. I sleep better. I notice it detoxifying me, especially in the morning. I can feel it cleaning me out. My energy, I feel more energy. I almost never get sick, and I almost never get sore at all. And I do some pretty intense workouts when I exercise, and these workouts, usually you feel really sore afterwards before this water, but afterwards, I hardly ever get sore, and if I do, it's hardly anything. And my athletic performance, I'm older than ever, and I'm dunking the basketball better than ever. And especially after having 3 major knee surgeries and 5 screws in my knees, I'm dunking the basketball better than ever. And lastly, we just wanted to leave with you guys, how do you know what the truth is in life? And the only way to know what the truth is for sure is if God tells you, because all truth, comes from God. And so I encourage you to pray about this water, to pray about this electrolyzed reduced water, because that's what we did.
Yep.
And, when you pray, you get an answer to your prayer by feeling spiritual promptings, a feeling of maybe peace, or some other a thought that comes into your mind. You're not always going to see an angel, but I prayed about if you should get this water. I didn't receive an answer that I could recognize right away, but later on, I was in a sacred place, and a thought came into my mind that I should check out this water. And I mentioned that to Cheri, but I wasn't sure if that was my own thought or was that a thought from God. And I couldn't figure out for sure if it was my own thought or if it was an inspirational thought from God, but we just took action. We got this water. We started sharing it with people. And after we've seen the results that we've experienced with our family, and with Timmy, he almost never gets sick, and he's always asking for the water. But after the results that we've seen, and Clarissa, when she was a newborn, she still is a newborn. She's 5 months old now, but even on day 1 or day 2, her mannerisms and how she was acting was of a 3 or 4 month old. She was really strong, lifting up her head, and how she was acting, she was smiling at people. And same thing with Timmy. They're both super healthy babies. So,
Yeah.
But after the results that we've seen and the results that we've seen with the people that we shared the water with, I do know that was an inspirational thought, that was an answer to our prayer. So we want to leave that with you. And if you have any questions, let us know. Or if somebody invited you to watch this video, get back with them and get your questions answered. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some of your experience, Cheri.
You're welcome.
And remember, champions never quit. Bye.
Bye.
The greatest thing you can do in your life is to get back up when you get knocked down. Champions never quit.